such a neat freak, and she'll help you be a neat freak too. Well, she'll clear your clutter and she'll stow your stuff. She'll get your act together when enough is enough.
Need help with cleaning or getting a messy house organized? Call Such a Neat Freak at 484-347-6059 or visit suchaneatfreak.com.
Let's go while we're young.
Get a drink and take a seat. You're in the back room. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a little foreshadowing. I like to do a little something that's involved with the theme of the show, so that'll make sense later. Hey, everybody! It's your old pal. I forget who I am. It's old pal Gary Williams. Backroom show dance captain. I'm not sure. I think I know what a dance captain is, but I'm going to have to ask our guest. So let's not screw around here. I mean, we got a good show tonight. It's going to be fun. We've got, do you like talented people? Because, well, I mean, obviously you watch this show, so you're used to that. But a little extra. You're getting a little extra talent tonight. So, of course, let's bring in everybody's favorite co-host, the Gwen to my Fosse, as it were. Let's see how many musical theater references I can cram into the first minute. You know her, you love her. She's taking a big sip of wine right now. Your internet girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen, Maria Jarrow. Hold on.
Hi.
Hey, she is. Maria Jarrow, by the way. Hold on. Quadruple threat. That's right. Everyone knows what a triple threat is, right? You've got the singer, actor, dancer. You know what the fourth one is for you, Maria? Wait for it. Ready?
I'm ready.
Hugging. You're a very good hugger.
Thank you.
There should be some kind of award you would win. The huggy. That's a diaper. Never mind. You know what?
It's the Italian,
the Italian mother?
My soul.
Yeah,
probably.
we shouldn't call it the huggy though, right? The award.
She'd hug you on your on the phone. I could hear the hug.
You could hear it? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we should call it the squeezy? The award you're gonna. That sounds like something you pay extra at a massage parlor. So we're not gonna do with that.
Yeah,
we're not.
That can go a lot of different ways.
We're not gonna go with squeezy.
No.
So anyway, it's March, Maria. How are you?
I'm well.
It's March. When did that happen?
We made it to March.
Are you ready? It's time. Are you ready? It's time for 5-second old people theater. You ready? You ready?
Okay, ready.
Hey, you know the clocks change on Sunday.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to go and change that microwave clock, and it's gonna.
Oh my God! It's gonna be blinking forever, isn't it?
I know, and the car. Don't even get me started on.
You
the car
kids
one.
today, you don't even know what it was like when you had the VCR was blinking 12, especially like when we were getting out of the house. But our parents still had them, but they didn't know how to program that shit. So anytime you went for a visit, you go, listen, the power went out. Can you pre-program the? And you go, all right. All of a sudden, I'm Steve Jobs of the VCR or something, All right, we have Sean checking in already saying, what's up, Sparky? Sean's my boy. Sean is a old friend from Cape Cod. When I lived in Cape Cod 800 years ago. My adventures took me from New York, then it's a whole thing. I've been everywhere, Maria. So how are you? How you been? What's going on?
Good. Just, trying to get through the last couple of months to graduation for my daughter. Right. Softball starts.
I thought you meant for yourself, because I'm like,
for me,
you're 55 years old.
I'm a parent. I don't, look, I got to get her to graduation, and then she leaves for college, and then my life becomes my own again.
Yeah.
So, I'm in the home stretch. I can see the see the finish line.
You guys are going to instantly turn her room into some sort of craft room or something. Sorry, you can't come back.
Well, she's like, are you guys going to be okay? Meanwhile, we've got 4 trips lined up.
Are we going to be okay?
Yeah.
We had lives before you came along.
Yeah.
Just got to put that out there. So, all right. So let's, there you go. There's Herder checking in. There you go. A little emoji. I can't tell what it is. I don't know. It's something. Great Chris Herder, by the way. Tracy. Hi, guys. Tracy, of course, owner of Such a Neat Freak. So what else? Oh, of course, we are being simulcast. That's a fancy word for show it in multiple places. Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, hold on. What? Oh, I distracted myself in my own hands. So, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you probably found it. But anyway, go right there. If not, or whatever, the Backroom Network, all one word. You go in there, boopity, boopity, boop. You navigate. You're probably going to see something like that logo. What should people do, Maria? Tell them.
They should smash that like.
That's right. And subscribe, all right?
And subscribe.
Our views have been great. Are subs going up? It's not peak going up with the views. So people are watching the show, which of course is free to enjoy, but they're not subscribing. So what I always say, Maria, it's like stealing. It's like you're stealing entertainment.
That's true.
It's like you went to a Broadway theater and you snuck in the side door.
It's IP theft, pretty much, is what it is.
Intellectual property?
Mm.
Oh, I think you mean like
brains. They're stealing our brains.
They're stealing our brains. You get this.
It's almost like a zombie viewing, if you will.
Yeah. That makes zero sense, but I like the energy. I'm loving the energy.
Because I've had 1.5 of these already.
You got 1.5? Oh, no. Oh, we're getting, you know what? We're getting drunk, Maria. Oh, that's interesting. Tipsy Maria.
It's going to take a lot more than that.
All right. So go and subscribe. In fact, thanks to our guests, we already gained a new one today because it's someone that one of them knows, I think, because I looked up because she had like tap dance videos and things like that. I'm like, oh. Clearly friends of them. So good. Keep it going, people. And of course, follow us on Facebook, The Backroom Show, and The Backroom Network. Yeah, we're bougie. We got 2 pages, all right? Don't make a big freaking deal out of it, all right? Want to fight about it? I'm East Coast, all right? I love when people like from southeastern Pennsylvania, they just like default and say I'm from Philly. You go, dude, you're from Downingtown. Stop it. You're not, you know. You went to Media High School. You know what I mean? Stop it. You freaking assholes. All right. What else? I think that's I know. Of course, a few shows ago, you saw my pal Trish was on, who was she's a nurse. And in April, her and some other medical people. Sorry to get on.
Professionals?
There you go. Medical professionals.
That's the word.
Will be taking a mission trip to Honduras to be doing some surgeries and things to people that either don't have access, can't afford it, that kind of thing. So, of course, she still has she has a GoFundMe going to offset some of the personal costs, and anything above and beyond that, they're going to buy toys and things. Because, oh yeah, by the way, I should have led with this. They're going to an orphanage. I'm not kidding. Always lead with orphans, by the way. All right. That's what the writers of Annie said. I don't know what that means. But so go to GoFundMe, search on, you would think medical mission trip, but it won't come up. Go to Patricia Ortlip. All right. Look for this very picture. All right. And go and give a little bit.
Oh, she's so close to $1,000.
She's so close to 1,000. I want to see this hitting 1,000 by the end of the show. She's putting some good out there in the world. All right. So get off your butt. Stop being a scumbag. Because let's be honest, the average backroom show viewer, they're not doing that. They're not going. You know what I mean? They can't spell Honduras. You know, but if you want
a crowbar in your wallet, just give 10, 15 bucks.
That's
20
it.
bucks.
Maria, if you remember, if you go back to the episode, Maria literally, she was engaged in the show. We were chatting. She gave money on her phone while she was doing the show. It was that easy.
That easy.
But wait, there's more. That's it. No, there's no more. So go to that. Give till it hurts, and then take a little bit back. You shouldn't hurt yourself. So next show in 2 weeks, we're going to have the great Tracy Bernard, our new sponsor from Such a Neat Freak. And breaking news, we think also we're going to have, you've seen her on this program before, the always funny Alicia Brisbois will be joining us too on that show. That is 2 weeks from today. And then what's going to happen is, in fact, this is breaking for you, Maria. We'll probably do one more after that, which will be episode 20 of like this incarnation. And then we're going to take a little wee break. And we're going to sort of reset. And then we're going to officially kick off season 3 of the show. Because, it's whatever. It's time.
Wow.
We're going to do a little house cleaning, as it were. I'm going to dust the TV and I don't know what that means. Do some stuff. I think that's that. All right. Strap in, folks. Okay, you know, Maria, you know how we have the running joke where I go, you know what? We often say we have great guests, but we lied about it. But today we really do have a great guest. You know, I'm like,
yes.
I was lying then too. But today, and let's be honest, we've had a few duds. We've had a few duds. Look at you, Fetcho. But today, holy cow, how much talent can you cram into one show? Well, I'll tell you, two lovely, very talented people. We have Danny Gardner and Emily Larger. They are married, hold on, and they're performers. I don't know why I made that a thing, but they are. Like, what? People can be two things at once? They literally, Sunday, they just finished a production of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels in Long Island. You're familiar with the movie? Danny was Freddie. And Emily was, I believe the character's Christine Colgate? I think it's like that. Yes, the Glenn Headley part. I've seen some clips. Amazing. They're awesome. They're so talented. I think that's it. So we're going to be talking about life in, the showbiz, the business we call showbiz, life on the road, just the grind, what it takes. That's that. So please, everybody, a big backroom show welcome. Strap in. There they are. Danny Gardner and Emily Larger. There they are. Hold on. You ready? Actors, singers, dancers. Wait a minute. Husband and wife assassins?
We have to kill you now.
Man.
So welcome to the back room. What say you? What say you guys? What's going on?
It's
oh my God, you guys talk for a living. Let's go already. My God. Well, you sing it, Dan.
We're doing great. We're very happy to be in my hometown of Reading, PA. Emily has been here a few times before. We just finished Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, as you said. And we're taking a few weeks off.
Hey, Danny. Hi, good to be here. Would have been fine. All right. I'm not asking for a monologue here. All right, we have another hour to do. Don't blow it all at once. You know what I mean? Let's go here. No, Danny, oddly enough, funny, they live in New York. Danny's from Reading. I'm essentially in Reading. I'm in Muhlenberg, which is I literally have a Reading mailing address. And he's actually home, but the studio's not really set up to have multiple people in it until we build the addition, which might be happening this year, by the way. So Danny's actually really close. He's just on the other side of town. He's in Exeter. So, and by the way, the first time you brought Emily around, because Emily, I'm going to pick on Emily, but Emily is from the great state of Ohio. Dud. That's right. And I would imagine the first time that he brought you here was, did he do one of these? So he's like, huh? Did he do one of those?
It was a little more like, there's the pagoda.
There's the pagoda.
There it is.
Honestly, had you ever heard of the pagoda before? Because he's kind of famous. Yeah, no, nor, you know what? I apologize. I stepped out of line. Nor should you have. All right. So back to the assassin thing. Everybody's looking for a side hustle nowadays. I think, hear me out, okay? You guys take acting jobs based on where the jobs are. For example, someone gives you a call. Listen, all right, I need you to go do She Loves Me in Cleveland, all right? And while you're there, Tony the Foot, you know what I mean? So you guys, you get them tickets, right? Danny, when you're off, you go around, you get him out in the lobby, you grab your dance belt, rub it around his neck.
Yep.
Boom, back in time for a curtain call. And then you say, and then once he's dead, you say something cool because you're a tap dancer, and you go, you've just been tapped. A catchphrase.
All tapped out.
You're tapped out. There you go. That's better.
Yes.
You've been tapped out. So
This sounds like a Hercule Poirot mystery.
it kind of does. But then you have to get that Schwarzenegger catchphrase in there too, you've just been tapped or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
Emily's
poor. Him and I say, do you want to tap out?
And so you give him the option, but you don't really give him the option.
Yeah.
You give him a glimmer of hope that maybe this guy's gonna let me go, but no,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
By the way,
I say you want to tap out? Do a shuffle off the buffalo, and they have
There
to
you
be
go.
able to tap dance.
hold on. So this guy you gotta kill. Well, what do I call him? Tony the Foot. He apparently is very knowledgeable with traditional dance steps. I didn't realize he would know shuffle off to. Maybe you do a ball chain. I don't know. Oh, it's you doing it, right? And but why are you affecting a voice in this situation? Why don't you just use your normal voice?
Because you said Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I did. You know what?
You did.
Like, you think I listen to what I say?
You can't say that and then tell an actor to use his regular voice.
That's true.
True.
Following direction.
That's true. That's true. So, welcome, guys. Seriously, I'm bursting at the seams. We were lucky enough to. Yeah. I think I saw that on Monk. Lady Pumaton.
It does sound like a Monk
Oh,
episode.
why is it not? Why did the chat go off? Oh, it's weird. There it is. I think I saw that on my. It does sound like it's a Monk episode, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Tracy, great passive income, tapping out. And maybe like when you guys, okay, I apologize in advance, but maybe when you guys get like the dossier of it, the folder of the person you have to go, and you look at them and you go, I'd tap that.
I think we have a Netflix series here.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Seriously, I just paid for your retirement. I just got you a pool. Just saying.
You know what? It also could be like another season of Barry.
Oh, Barry.
He gets an acting job, and wherever the acting job goes, there's also a hit job for him.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I maybe I. No, it's not like Barry at all. Because I don't need it to be. My goal by the end of the show is to have Emily be the richest girl in Ohio. I mean, wouldn't that be nice?
We could do that.
You do that? Okay, that's enough of that goofiness. So let's get into it. You guys, of course, are New York-based actors, singers, dancers, performers. Let's start at the very beginning. Because I know Danny.
Very good place to start.
Yes, very good place. It's gonna be sprinkled.
Thank you.
But hey, thank you. Good. Take care. By the way, we should have people keep track. Without sound of music, okay? All right, whatever. So at the end of the show, there's gonna be a quiz. All right, and people have to know. Hey. So you guys, Danny, of course, I've known you since you were a wee lad. Now, Emily, I just had the pleasure of being introduced virtually last night, but. I'm an instant fan, but I have to know, of course, it's a little hacky question, but how did you guys meet? And please tell me it was some sort of meet cute, like you're both reaching for something, like, oh my God, no? Oh boy, go. Emily, please go.
Disgustingly cute. You might be upset that you asked. It's we met doing a reading of a show. There was a group of people trying to adapt the Gene Kelly, Judy Garland movie Summer Stock into a stage play. And they hired the two of us and a few other people for 2 days in January of 2020 to learn some of the music and read the script out loud just to see what they had. And he was the Gene Kelly role. And I was the Judy Garland role.
Oh, so you got addicted to pills and booze.
We were next to each other. We were across the room for most of it, but then he was singing the big love song, and he looked right at me.
Right.
And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are we acting right now?" And I stood up and I looked right back at him, and I thought, "Oh, he's pretty cute."
Wow.
And then a pandemic happened.
Oh, I might have heard about that.
Yeah.
To be together forever.
So hold on. What year was that then?
It was 2020.
2020, you said. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm doing 50 things there. I try to listen as best I can, but so Danny, I want to hear your side of the story.
Tell me about how you followed me to the train.
Did you hear Dreamweaver playing when you saw her across the room and everything got to a vignette and she was sparkling?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I was singing a love song right into her eyes. And I loved how she met my gaze and she was like, "Oh, we're going to do this? Yeah, let's do it."
I'm not afraid of you.
Hold on. I like that out of the shoot, it was based on some level of potential hostility. Like, you're not going to intimidate me, like you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which
I said, I'm good too. Let's go.
You know, I mean, I don't want to hijack the story, but I met my wife at a bare knuckle fight competition, so you know, so I get it. I get it. She kicked the shit out of me.
We all have theater ties.
Yeah.
We all came from the theater.
That's right. You know what? I did. I really did meet my wife through theater. Maria met her husband through theater.
Oh my gosh.
He was doing, I stage managed for friends. They were putting on a performance of The Elephant Man. I walked in like a couple weeks before we started to get it up on its feet. I said, "Who is that guy? He has not done anything in this theater before. I would know." And they went, "Oh, he's Eric. He's new. His first time up, doing community theater after theater in college."
Like Gural, right?
Yeah, and he played John Merrick. So I do so love telling everyone that I married the Elephant Man.
You know,
That's great.
you have no idea how much I want to go there when you say elephant. There's a Trump joke.
Well, yeah.
That I'm not going to go because this is a quality family program. We have two classy people over here.
Married the Elephant Man.
Where?
Oh, no, they're coming on after you. They'll be on after you.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay,
so quickly, because in a way, on the only theater people can, tell me like that initial like, hey, you want to like how does like?
Are we doing this? Like, yeah.
Yes. Like how does the date or whatever start? I don't know. Like how does it be? How did it become a thing?
I basically followed her to the train, and then I asked her just, "Hey, would you want to get a drink?" And I feel like, yeah, I had planned the conversation up until there.
Right.
And she said, "Oh, yeah, okay." And then I just kind of fell apart.
Oh, God,
Right.
where
I
are
was
we
like,
going? What's going on? I didn't plan where to go. Where are we going to get this
How
drink?
do we with a phone? What's a phone?
Do you want a
What?
messenger pigeon? Like,
Is that what inspired sometimes my hands forget their hands? We'll get to that, by the way. That is my new favorite thing on the internet. And I have access to pornography. I'm kidding, we all do. What? And it's still my favorite thing. So, baby, I'm not gonna lie to you. It sounded a little creepy when you talk about following me to the,
Yeah.
but in a good way.
We were both hanging out after the reading ended, and
Right.
if I'm being honest, I was hanging out to talk to the producers because I wanted to stay attached.
That's called networking, my friend. That's
Thank
a
you.
genius move.
Yeah, but he was hanging around too, and I remember having a moment where I felt like, is he doing the same thing, or is he trying to talk to me? I can't really tell.
Right.
And then he
Right.
followed me to the elevator, and he was going to ask me out there, but then a friend of his came in, and then we said goodbye
Right.
and walked the opposite direction. And then the next thing I knew, he was swiping in behind me at the subway.
Wow.
I was like, oh, I decided to go this way too.
Decided to. Because Danny is funny, because Danny, as you can see, adorable, right? He's really cute. But when he looks at you, it could go either way. It could be like, oh my God, you're so sweet. I'm in love. She loves me. Or like maybe I think he wants to brush my hair while I'm asleep, that kind of thing. Like it could go either way with Danny.
Difference, Gary. What's the difference?
You know what? Zero. There is no difference. You're right.
you know what's funny about that? My voice teacher in college, like, he was trying to help me find my type and like what kind of voice, what was going to, and he said, you may want to try out for like the creepy guy who kills people on like SVU.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll think about that.
That's freaking great. And are you really an actor in New York if you haven't done one of the freaking 800 Law and Orders or whatever, right? Too.
Right.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I have a friend who I did theater with, and he does professional acting. He's got his SAG card, and he landed a gig on SVU, and he's like, and he's the sweetest man, like 3 kids, pretty devout Catholic, right? He's like, you're gonna watch me on SVU? I play a child molester.
Oh.
I got like 4 scenes. And they confront me at the jail. I'm like, oh my! So I'm watching. I'm going, oh my gosh! Look at I said you were very convincing.
I hope
He was great. I was like, but I'd be like, I'm just like, really, Brian? I can't.
I hope,
Such a nice guy.
Maria, that you are not genuinely interpreting his enthusiasm for it. Hey!
It was a gig, a television gig.
Of course,
it was a big deal. Like it was really amazing. But it's just so funny that's. like, I get to be the child molester in this episode.
Yeah, it turns out
he was very creepy. I was like, dude, you did it. You nailed it. I was like, I've known you as a sweet guy.
And now you haven't talked to him in 12 years now because it was a little,
I've
weird.
chatted with him quite a bit.
Okay, so in the chat we have Courtney checking in. Now Courtney is chronically single and happy to admit it, by the way. So she wrote, apparently I need to take up theater. Get me a date. Let me tell you something, all right?
Took me about 15 years in professional theater to get a really good date, so I don't know, Courtney.
Right. And let's be honest. Let's be fair. Musical theater. The buffet for your particular taste, don't make me say it. Straight, guys. All right, come on. And that's okay. Just saying, but yeah. And here's the thing, Courtney. Here's the thing you got to know about show people. All right, on any level. They like two things: free food, and they dalliances. That's why you always hear about like
show
romances and things. Yes, because
free food and each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to exchange lines with someone, seriously, is very intimate. It's a very intimate thing to look someone in the eye, and go, I love you, and sing whatever. So, yeah, sometimes people get the feelings mixed up. So,
yeah.
Danny, why were you calling me? Sorry.
That's what this is about.
I have to jump in. You may talk about this later, but
please.
I just have to say that Gary and I did a great production of Laughter in the 23rd Floor.
Neil Simon comedy.
And I wanted to be you because you were so funny in it. Like you came out as the role should be and were just a tornado. And just every night, it was so exciting to watch you and just, what you gonna do now? And you were so funny. It was
this
so.
That Force Theater?
No, that's another production I did.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And Maria, and regular viewers of the show, I'll cry on this show for you. And
happened, yes.
I'm jokey, funny guy. I'm gonna turn off for a sec. Danny, you have no idea what that means to me. That is incredible. That is. Thank you.
I had so much fun in that show, and I learned so much. Santo Marabella,
yes,
who directed it, I learned a lot from him, but also just the comedy. Like there were such great comedians in that show that loved the piece, but also they knew the timing.
Yeah.
Like they were like, let's go. Come on.
Timing. Yeah. Simon's a joke machine. It's a joke machine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, Danny. Thank you so much. Well,
I still remember it wasn't one of your lines, but somebody said, oh, I just saw Hedda Gabler. What is that? A play about a turkey?
About a turkey?
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of Simon's, it's kind of stupid. But if you put a little, like Simon's one of those people that it sounds like it should be funny.
Yes.
They can go blubbity bubba, bubbity boobity bub. Ah!
A lot of his scripts, like you'll read a comedy and I'll go, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But there are some he has a couple jokes that where you read it and you laugh out loud because it's like, oh, I get it. Yeah. The way when you read it, it reads funny.
Thank you, Danny. Wow, you have no idea what that means to me. And you know what? Sitcoms do the same thing. Do you ever see like when people take the laugh tracks out of sitcoms and they just play and they go, wow, because they sound like jokes. It's that pattern, ba 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 ba, and they go, that's not funny. Looking at you, Big Bang Theory, but I don't want to insult anybody. Why was that on the show for so far? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Danny. All right, before I start crying, let's move on. Ross, check it in. So am I, Courtney. We'll do acting classes together. Well, there you go. Right?
There you go.
We're inspiring people here. So you guys had that Danny following you on a train. I still say it's creepy, but let's make it cute. I'm kidding. So now your backgrounds. Danny, you went to Ithaca, correct?
I did.
Okay. Emily, how's it start for you? You're a young gal in Ohio trying to make your way. You look around, you go, I don't want to spend the rest of my life looking at corn. Go.
Sort of, yeah, kind of like that. I started dancing when I was 4. I have 2 older sisters. We were all dancing at a small local studio that was that had lots of promises for being the best and being professional, but and we figured it out after 10 years, and then they stopped dancing, and I forged my way ahead. I went to a ballet school in Dayton in high school, and then I also went to an amazing local studio in Springfield called Gary Geist School of Dance, where they took my last shreds of confidence from the other studio and said, like, no, you could do it.
They have to break you down. That is a common thing with training. They have to break you down. They think they have to, I should say.
Oh, let's fight, Gary.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean it like I agree with it. I'm saying that seems to be, I'm sorry, yes. That seems to be, again, I went to the American Academy, and the first day for everybody, like, you all suck. You're not going to do shit. You say, let's look at the wall. That guy went here. This guy went there. This lady went here. You'll never be them. And you go, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, please continue. Yes.
No, that's a crusade of mine to make sure everyone understands. If your teacher makes you feel like garbage, you can go find another teacher.
Yes, and if they're offering,
should not be that way.
And if they're offering to sell you headshots on the side kind of thing, run quickly. Like, because you talked about that whole like, we'll help getting your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Scam.
Yeah.
Right.
So luckily for me, I found two absolutely incredible dance studios that I spent all of my time at in high school. I was quite eager to get out of Springfield and to get out of high school. I did only half days for half of my senior year, and I graduated, and I said, right, I'm going to go do big things. I spent a year at a conservatory program in New York, but it was not a good program for me. Right. I went back to Ohio, and I was a bank teller for a year, and then I moved to New York, and I've been there ever since, just figuring it out.
Right.
On my own.
Okay. And Danny, and so you went to Ithaca.
Yeah.
And then what? So you graduate? Did you and Ferranda cross paths there? I know he went there. Matt Ferranda, former co-host of this very program. So
we have.
He was around that same time. You guys were right around the same age. So he was while you were in musical theater, he was a music major. So maybe. But anyway.
Yeah. They're two separate buildings, but I'm sure we.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, so Ithaca. So what happens?
So I went to Ithaca and I graduated, and then one of my best friends, Jeremy, said we can either backpack in Europe for a month because I had saved up a little money, or we can move to New York. And we decided to backpack in Europe. So Europe, I came back broke. Right. So like you do, I moved back in with my parents.
Right.
And this is a funny story. On Monday, because I was ready to do any kind of job, I was delivering telephone books when that still happened.
How old are you?
I know, exactly. I had the horse and carriage. Get the telephone.
You fill the oil in the lamp, right?
Yeah, exactly. There was only 3 numbers in the time. So.
I'll tell you he's old. See, I'll tell you he's old.
Yeah. But so anyway, Monday, and then, like you should do, I listened to my mother, because two of my friends, one of my best friends from dance school.
Ooh, you just made somebody mad. Go ahead.
I know, right? Yeah.
Uh-oh. I didn't mean you.
Very good friends. But they were on the non-equity national tour of 42nd Street.
Okay.
And so my mom said, well, why don't you just call Justin and say, are they looking for anybody? And I was like, Mom, that's not how it works, okay? Right. And she said, just call. So I called Justin, and he said, actually, we're looking for, the company will be looking for somebody next year, but you should send your headshot and resume in to the casting director. He gave me the information. I sent it in. And then the next day he called me and said, our Billy Lawler just got fired.
Wow.
They're looking for a replacement ASAP. And so I called the casting agent. The casting agent said, yeah, your friends were really enthusiastic about how well you could tap dance and perform. And so if we can't find somebody who has done the show before, we'll hire you. And I said, oh, okay.
Yes, please.
And so Monday I was delivering telephone books, and Friday I was flying out to California to join the non-equity tour 42nd Street.
And you were delivering steps.
That's right. Hey.
Now, by the way, what up, Justin, right?
Yes. It was amazing. Yeah, he was, That was great. And my mom just sat in the background like,
I told you. I told
What
you.
do I know?
Yes.
What do I know?
Yes. Always listen to your mother. Absolutely. Yeah, the smart move. That's awesome. So let's talk about a little bit about the sort of the grind, because obviously you guys both tour. I know you've done, Emily, I know you've done some national tours, and of course some regional theater things. Talk a little bit about that, about some of the pros and cons, because it's exciting, right? But it also like, oh, another hotel room, right?
I think it depends on what else you have going on in your life. I think the first national tour that I ever did was a non-union tour of Cabaret. It was 9 months long. It was almost all one-nighters. It was almost all on a bus. We hardly ever flew anywhere.
Wow.
But they told us that when we
Right.
signed the contract.
Sure.
I was 22, maybe, something like that. I didn't have a relationship. I didn't have an apartment. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, that's the time to do it. Yeah.
And we all got used to it. You figure out what you really need in each of your days. And
Right.
I would go seek out iced coffee in any of the towns we were in, you know?
Right.
And I think touring appealed to me just because it tested my brain in a way with the shows that each different night you would be in a theater that like, oh, this time the dressing rooms are under the stage. This time
yes.
they're above.
That's got to be the hardest thing, right?
And be on stage left, but you're not. You're over here. That was last night that you were,
Right.
Which I loved. And I hadn't seen a lot of the country. And I know we were on a bus. We weren't out seeing all the sights, but I would just sit at the window and listen to music.
I've seen several McDonald's in 15 different states. I never know. But I was going to ask you about that. That's got to be the
behind it. And, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Exactly. The just the new spatial logic of like a new theater each time. Did it ever? And this would be very impressional of anybody, but did it ever screw with an entrance or something? Like you kind of knew, like, oh, I've got so much time because I hear your cue, whatever. You go, oh my God, you're right. I'm over here now. I mean, anything like that happen to anybody? Because that stuff does happen, by the way. I work with shows where people fell asleep in the dressing room. I'm not kidding. And people had to like roust them and go, do you have an entrance?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't think that ever happened. I get way too anxious and I stand like on the stairwell just away from the wing a scene before I go on if I'm in a new space because I'm thinking like I don't want that to happen.
You don't want to happen. It's true. And you want to get a feel for the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're not buttoned tonight or let's maybe not as broad tonight or maybe a little little tweaks you make.
I like to stay connected to the show. If I'm in a show where I have a long break, I'm not one of the people who can read a book in the dressing room and then hear, oh, that's almost my entrance and go.
Yeah.
The show that we just did, my character doesn't enter for an hour.
Wow.
After everybody else. And I still, every single night I got dressed, I had my wig on, I was ready at places.
Absolutely.
And I would usually just sit at the monitor in the hallway and just watch what everybody else was doing to feel what was going on.
I totally get that. Yeah. That's awesome. Because you gotta, like you said, you just feel it, you just feel the energy of what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. We're very similar in that respect because I didn't come on for, not nearly an hour, but like 7 minutes.
Right.
But I liked to be on the deck, like with people.
Yes.
And so I would go up and just kind of stand in the stairway and, good show,
Right.
There's Danny, I heard he followed Emily to the train.
Is he a creepy train guy? Yeah, he's a creepy train guy. Yeah. Does he have that lumberjack shirt on? No, I don't think he does tonight, but I don't know, he's auditioning for a Brawny Towel commercial next in the morning. So, no, but exactly. And Emily, you're right. You touched on it. Those people that sit in the dressing room and they're like, oh, well, I have to make my shopping list. Like they're living their lives. And then they hear that one, oh, okay, that's the beginning of that number or that scene, whatever. And they just casually get up and go like, how do you do that, you monster? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they get up and then they're in it and they're fabulous and they're like very present when they're on the stage. And I don't think that works for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
capable of that.
I'm jealous of those people in some respects,
Yeah.
you know, like, because they can do that. It's almost like a duality that they have.
Right.
Yeah.
Little trouble with.
You know, that's, to be fair, that touches on something that it's sort of a little inner secret that people don't want to admit, actors and things. We all talk about the process and we want to be in the moment. But at the end of the day, there's definitely a big performance chunk of it that we just dismissed. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, we all want to be the in the moment, you know, we want to be at the HB studios. They go, but sometimes it is just, which makes sense for a dancer, you know, because that choreography, that now this, now that, and like you can't not be in your own head at times, especially in theater, because you don't get takes. It's in the moment. That's it. So this idea that, you know, and there's the idea of doing the longest thing I ever did. I worked at a dinner theater where we did like 3-month runs, and it's tough, you know, to get up and every day and do that same, get that energy going, whatever. But because here's the thing, people. Okay, let me tell you something about these two down here. All right, I'm getting serious here. All right, I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on, Courtney, check it in. Awesome stories. That's freaking right. All right, these two right here. All right, you know that regional theater you went to? You know that touring show you went to? It's these people right here. These people, and I'm dead serious. They get up, they bust their ass, they train, they rehearse. These people right here, I guarantee you, out of all of our guests we've ever had, the strongest thighs. No question. There's no question these people have the strongest thighs of any guest. All right? And people, like, they bust their asses. And people need to recognize that. People have this idea, and I get it. Whoa, it's not going to the coal mine. Yeah, you know what, though? Try it for a week, you know?
I know a lot of people who be like, we just do community theater, but they're like, I just don't know how you memorize all those lines.
To memorize the lines thing, yeah.
In front of all those people, I just don't know how you can do that. I'm like, I don't know how you can do people's taxes.
Yeah, I don't know how you raise. I don't know how you raise 5 kids and have a soul-sucking life. Or what happened? What? No, but really though. And here's the thing. Here's what gets. And I'm gonna have a grumpy old man moment here. The big trend now for entertainment is basically people like either like on TikTok videos or YouTube shorts or reels on Facebook. It's people just lip syncing lines to movies, or they're lip syncing lines to other videos someone made. And that's entertainment. And meanwhile, Danny Gardner here in his stupid shirt, and Emily over here, who, by the way, is gorgeous. They're busting their asses, all right? Out there. So go support any theater you see. All right, rant over. So now, tell me a little bit more, Danny, the touring, your thought on it. Because apparently, Miss can't get enough of tour buses down there. She's loving it, so.
I loved the tour bus when I was 22. I have moved on to some other, like once I got on union tours, you sit down somewhere for a week, and this time it's Washington, D.C. instead of Schenectady, and it's, you know, it's a little different.
Fair enough. That's a good point. All right, that's right.
Yeah, when I did the 42nd Street tour, that was the non-equity tour, and we, again, I was just out of college. I loved being in a bus. It was a bus and truck tour, as they call it, because they ship the sets and the costumes in the trucks, and then they ship the humans in the buses. And I loved it because I got to see so much of the country. Like, we went to Montana. I never went to Montana. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Arizona. I had never been anywhere that looked like Arizona. And I woke up one morning on the bus like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, seriously, you can fall asleep on a bus in Pennsylvania, and if you get to Michigan, you go, I don't know, it looks the same. But you're right, somewhere like unique with red rocks and things like that. Yeah, that's amazing. And your job took you there. Your job took you there.
Yeah. And so at that time, I loved it. I was, you know, having a great time. I was getting to do what I love with friends, even.
Right. I mean, and some best friends, but not all of them.
One best friend.
One best friend.
Yeah. One best friend. That's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen. That's a callback. All right, go ahead. It's a comedy device. It's a callback. It's when you reference. Well, go ahead, Danny. Continue, please.
And just so at least my tour, we some of the nicer tours, you get 2 seats to a bus.
Okay.
But there was a person in every seat. So if you wanted to sleep,
Oh wow.
usually someone would choose the seats and someone would choose the floor.
Yeah.
And I was a
Wow.
floor person.
Oh, I was
That
a
sounds
floor
weird,
person.
but I was a floor person because you'd hear the road and like the rumble, and it would like lull you to sleep. I don't know.
Oh.
In the bottom of the two seats, you weren't going to go anywhere. If I'm on the seat, I'm going to roll off, maybe. So we bought bath mats from some like Walmart we stopped at. A bunch of us bought bath mats. We would sleep on the floor in front of the seats.
Yeah.
I love how Emily's take on it is sort of pragmatic, safety, whatever. Danny's like, I like the feel of the grumble, the road goes. Yeah, it's like putting a baby in a car to drive. I go sleep at my time now, you know.
It's so true.
That's awesome. Tracy.
I liked it, and then
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say, there's nothing like nothing. I love watching. Nothing more than watching a live show. The energy is always amazing, always so entertaining. I appreciate the work that everyone does to put it all together. And thank you for saying everyone to put it all together, because there are plenty of people you don't see who, guess what? Without them, set design, production, stage managers, crew, lighting, sound, all that. Without that, you know, Danny's just.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. That's true.
I always say, I mean, it's like, you know, at being an actor, I'm like, you know, actors, you could, I'll trade you 7 actors for one good lighting guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
oh yeah.
The tech people know their shit really well, and when they're good at it, it's amazing. It's just that makes or breaks a show.
Yeah, there's never any like. We've all done shows where, like, hey, you know what, they're really nice, but you don't have a lighting guy. That's our you know, person. They, you know, that kind of thing. So let's go move a little bit forward here. And Emily, you mentioned the pandemic, lockdown, COVID.
Yes.
What did you do, Danny? I know you were doing some virtual tab classes and things, but number one, what was your reaction? Like, did it scare the hell out of you? Because I would imagine it's like, what? This is what I need to be near people. I need to be in front of people. So, what was your initial reaction to it, and what did you do to get through it?
It was very scary in New York City right at the beginning, and through an awful lot of it. We had been dating for about 3 months. We were already pretty serious. So at some point, pretty early on, we were having a conversation about, like, do we move in together right now, or do we not see each other at all, or what is that going to be? I was extremely fortunate during the pandemic. I have a good friend who is an epidemiologist who sort of understood what was about to happen way before we did. And she knew her world was about to get very hectic. So she asked me if I would be comfortable nannying her children.
Right.
And she also, we decided amongst her and Danny and my roommate at the time, my friend Rachel, that we would all be comfortable if she would drive me, so I wasn't on the train. So I would sometimes be with them. She would drive me sometimes to my own apartment and sometimes to Danny's. So we could still date without only seeing each other.
Right.
So the pandemic for me the beginning of it was very scary and very busy. I sort of jumped right into doing virtual second grade with my friend's son.
Right.
And
I would think it's one of those situations where you do what you have to do. Like the situation dictates what you have to do. And actors, of course, because of the lifestyle auditioning and thing, is you got to be flexible. You have to be. Because like you said, Danny, you could be delivering phone books on Monday on a tour. Yeah. So, please.
Yeah. So it was, it was in a way, the beginning of the pandemic, at least for me, was sort of the opposite of a lot of people who ended up very isolated. I was never alone. I was either with the kids or with Danny or with my friend Rachel. I did a few virtual cabarets, and I bought a spin bike off of Facebook Marketplace. I used to teach at SoulCycle a long time ago, and I remember just having this day where I felt like I think I'd feel better if I could release some of this energy.
Right.
Yeah, it was, for me, it was not a very creative time. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of artists put pressure on themselves during the pandemic that it felt like, well, we have all this time. We should be writing our plays and putting on incredible virtual cabarets. And like I said, I did participate in a few things like that, but I did not feel creative very much during the pandemic.
Understandable.
I think I need some space for vulnerability to really be creative, and I didn't have that for a good while. You want to talk?
I feel like that happens a lot because like everybody was always like, oh, I'm going to reorganize my closets and I'm going to paint my dining room and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And it's like, in reality, it's okay to just be, because it was a scary time. No one knew how long it was going to last. 2 weeks. And then they're like, okay, another 2 weeks. And like, you know what? It's going to be a month. And you know what? It's probably going to go to the summer. And then you know what? It's probably going to be into the fall.
Right.
Yep.
And it's okay to be just survive, just to do what you need to do to get where you need to get and not worry about that kind of stuff.
You know what exploded was this. Because I do this, but I'm also in gear. There are devices. There's a whole new market for inexpensive. I use Blackmagic Design ATEMs for switching and things through the roof. So there, you couldn't get some certain things because people, were doing a lot of stuff, and I think it's created a whole new market in a way, because we're never going to go back fully to, not a virtual option. I would think of certain things. Like, Danny, you talked about your classes. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, talk about some of the classes.
Yeah, I started. It was so right before we got to. I was the understudy and the dance captain for a show at Lincoln Center.
Hold on, time out. Dance captain.
Oh, say that word.
I have a guess. Yeah. I don't even know. I think. Tell me if I'm wrong here. Once a choreographer, and once the show is up on its feet, there's a member of the cast, maybe who helps train new people that come into rotate into the show and that kind of thing, and just run through numbers and things.
And takes notes and sees if it makes sure the choreography is maintained. The way
Looking at you, Sally. You're slipping a little bit. Your kicks aren't so great lately. Okay, so I kind of got it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take that. All right, Danny, please.
Position.
I know. I like that. All right. Yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Danny.
So we got to our first preview, and then we got shut down.
Wow.
Like, it was crazy. We got to actually perform once, or they did. I was off stage, but they got to perform once, and we got shut down. Broadway shut down. And then I think that was the March 10th. And I don't deal well with not doing things.
Yeah.
And so I just was, sitting at home. I got to do something. So I was like, well, I'll do a pay what you can tap class. And that was St. Patrick's Day in March.
Right.
That was my first virtual tap class. And it went so well that I kept doing it. And I would do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Saturdays, because I wasn't doing anything else.
And he would take this was before you had a ring light and all this stuff. Right. He would take all the lamps in the living room and tip them to the camera, cover it with a white t-shirt so it was a softer light.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in his apartment, if he's teaching in the living room, I was trapped. I had to pick the kitchen or the bedroom.
Right.
Just listening to him teach.
All right, honey. I got a class in 20 minutes. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to spend the next hour?
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. Well, the bathroom's on that side.
Because you can take a sandwich into the bathroom with you, but you can't once you're,
Once I'm in the bedroom, so I didn't. Oh.
Yeah, one time she had a big pot going into the bedroom. I was like, wait. What are you doing?
No
with
reason.
That? Where are we going?
I'm making Emily's homemade chili. What are you talking about?
You just throw on your tap shoes and just do I don't know. You could just grapevine across in the background.
Kickball chick, kick 2, 3.
I mother try to crawl? He taught one time virtually at my parents' house, and I think my mom thought she crawled through the shot, but
oh my God!
She did not.
Please tell me it's taped.
Yeah.
Is it somewhere?
Oh no! But the thing is, I don't know where she thought the camera was.
Right.
But like, it was here, and she was all the way over there, and she was army crawling. and I was like, Patty, it's okay. Like you're not even close to being on camera.
Yeah. We're not.
Like, it's okay. It's okay.
Respect the top class.
We're not shooting Lawrence of Arabia. You won't ruin the shot. We only have the daylight for 10 minutes. Patty, go through. That's hilarious. So anyone, and I we'll see. I'm going to play some reels of you guys, and I definitely recognize. I think it's in Emily's reel. I recognize the green wall with the white trim thing. I've seen that in Dana's pictures. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I knew that wall. So, Daddy, your what was your sort of? Oh, first Wendy checking in, just waving. Oh, where'd my mouse go? Oh, where'd my mouse go? Oh boy.
No.
There we go. There it is.
Like a cat.
I know, right? Weird. Wendy's saying hi. Hey, Wendy. There you go. Daddy, what was what made you officially an actor on Broadway? What was the show?
It was called Dames at Sea.
Dames at Sea, yes. One of the classics, yes. And that's we'll get into that after your reel. I have some questions about things like that. So okay, how does that feel? I know it's such a hacky question, but I gotta know. You've been, I mean, were you there your first night? You're backstage, right? You're thinking about Reading High, Jeanette D'Angelo, right? All the shows. I mean, go put us in the room. Go.
So. I'll try to make a long story short. So we do usually like a month long. It depends on each show, but we did a month long preview, right. And then opening night was like, I likened it to my birthday combined with Christmas. That's what it felt like,
right?
Because I arrived at my station and there were gifts just from people like saying you finally made it, and
right.
I graduated college and I got to Broadway 10 years later. Wow. And I graduated with some people who they deserved to be on Broadway when they got out of college.
Right.
Like they were the right type. They were like voice, the height,
show. All that.
Exactly. Right. But I did touring. I did regional stuff. And then 10 years later, I got the Broadway. And opening night, my family was there and some friends, and it was because there were only 6 people in the show. It's a small show.
Okay.
And it was magical because every single person got entrance applause.
Wow.
And I was the last person to enter. So I was off stage the longest, and I was like, that's not gonna, they're not gonna give me applause. And I opened the door, and there it was. And I think that was the moment that was like, you're doing it. Like, this is, you're doing it. This is the thing. Your parents, your family is here, and you're on Broadway.
Oh my God. Yeah.
However, just like we were saying, like, after a while with long runs, and that didn't run too long, but because it took me 10 years to achieve, my dream as a 6-year-old or whatever, 10 years after I graduated, I should say.
Right.
For the first month of the run, I told myself, I'm not allowed to be upset. I'm not. Every time I walk in, I have to be happy. I have to be completely grateful.
Well,
yep. And that's the thing. It wasn't grateful. I made myself feel happy. I was like, you have to, because you know how many people audition for this. Right. And after a while, after that month, I talked to my therapist and I said, I'm so unhappy. And so we talked about it, and she said, you're a human. Like, you can have days when you don't want to do the thing you've been trying to achieve your whole life.
Sure.
Like, it's okay. At some point, it is a job.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Now, there's a difference, for me at least, between being happy and grateful. Like, you can go into a job and say, you know what? I'm tired. This was, I had friends in town. all this stuff, it's cold, whatever. But you can still say, but I'm going to take a moment and be grateful. And that's what I did during Flying Over Sunset. I made myself stop each day at a specific point before I went into Lincoln Center and say, I don't care how you feel. You can feel however you want. Just take a moment and recognize you're here. And that made me feel more grateful than, say, happy, you know. So that was a big learning experience for me.
That's a really interesting point, because sometimes getting, you know, the it really is so hacky, but it is kind of about the journey, you know. Like there's a thing, it's sort of an old trope about actors and things, and it doesn't only apply to actors too, but like you work hard, you prepare, you know, audition or whatever, and you get it, and then you go, shit, now I got to do it.
Yes.
Now I got to do the fucking thing. Ah, you know.
Oh, I got the job. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, now I got to do the job,
like,
you know. But exactly.
It's so true, though. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you must have just been over the moon. So.
It was a fantastic experience. The cast was amazing. The director, choreographer, I really think he's the reason I was able to get the show, because I would audition for him and it just wasn't right. And then I started taking his classes, and then we got to know each other because I was in the White Christmas tour before I got Dames at Sea. Right. And he was the one behind the table that told everybody else, no, you need to keep seeing him. Give him a chance. And it was, you know, it really, I still, you know, I'm grateful to him to this day.
What was his name?
Randy Skinner.
Oh, by the way, that disembodied voice, that would be the great Don Gardner, Danny's wonderful father. So he can speak all he wants. I don't care. I love him. Here's a little secret a lot of people don't know about getting parts and things. It often comes down to, are you available during the day?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, you know, it helps to be available. You know, you can't do something if you're not free, right, Daddy? But
yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, most of the actors in New York are gonna be free if they're.
Yeah.
You'd think. I don't know exactly. Yeah. Let's take a moment, Danny, Emily. Let's talk about our great sponsor, because that's right, we're big time here. There we go. Boom. Such a neat freak. The great Tracy Bernard. Yay! That's right. Tracy Bernard and Such a Neat Freak. Here's the thing. You're looking to move. You're looking to get organized. You got clutter everywhere. I don't know. Emily's tap shoes are laying around everywhere. Danny's got his, Danny's got his Don Lockwood hat that he won't let go of. It's Singing in the Rain, people. Look it up. By the way, you played Don Lockwood, right?
Yeah.
You're more of a Aren't you more of a Cosmo?
I know. It's funny. I've always wanted to play Cosmo.
You would destroy it.
Thanks.
But anyway, I digress. Well, guess what? You called my pal Tracy Bernard, and she's going to help you stage your house for selling, help you get decluttered, organized, all that stuff that you've been putting out. And you know what? And Maria, you touched earlier about like during the pandemic and getting cluttered. Like, seriously, how good do you feel better about your life when things are sort of like, oh, I feel a little more organized, a little more together? Well, guess what, lazy bones? You ain't got to do it. Look at Emily. Look at Emily. Oh, I've hit a nerve here. Oh, there's going to be a fight after the show. Let me tell you that right now. Well, guess what, Danny? I have the key to your problems. You know what? Yeah, she's based in Boyertown, but guess what? She's coming. I guarantee. I don't know, Tracy, if you're still watching. I guarantee you, Tracy will come up to New York and help you organize, get all your programs, all your playbills in order, alphabetize them, or maybe by playwrights. I don't know, librettist. I don't know, something. She will help you. Now, Maria, you keep a pretty tidy home. I've been over to your place, but you could always a little bit more help, right?
Absolutely, and it's always nice to have somebody coming in with an objective eye.
Yeah.
Because there'll be things that I'll be like that I'll hold on to. I'll go, well, maybe this year.
Yeah.
Maybe this year this will get used or worn or what have you. And of course, the year goes by, and then you're picking it up again, going,
this.
Yeah, I didn't wear it last year.
Does this bring me joy?
Maybe I'll wear it this year. Right. This is joy. And then to have somebody go in and go, you haven't worn it for 2 years.
Yeah. No.
And then you can look at it objectively and go,
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Tracy is going to come to your house, metaphorically slap you across the face, or actually, if that's what the situation calls for, and she's going to go, let it go.
Yes.
Let it
She's
go.
gonna
Oh, another
she's
musical
gonna
reference.
do
I didn't
her
try it.
best. She's going to do her best Sharon Moonstruck story, and she's going to tell you to snap out
Snap
of it.
out of it. And she's going to
just
help you
give it away.
sell your home, organize your life, and she's going to clean up all those wine glasses that Maria has laying around her sink basin. So it's fun. Maria's got a bit of it. No, I'm kidding.
Stemless, stems.
Oh, there you go.
Fluted, beer glasses,
Right.
all kinds of good stuff.
Tracy checking in. It wouldn't be the first time to go to New York City and do a job. Yep, sign me up. See, there you go.
All right.
She's got no travel radius. She goes, but just like, you know what you guys have in common? She goes where the work is.
Yep.
I just thought that up right now in my little head.
Have tap shoes, will travel.
Have tap
There you go.
shoes will travel. Bingo. So she's going to help you get organized. She's going to make your life that much better. She may very well, we used to say this about Chris Herder too, other sponsor. She may save your marriage. She may help you. I don't know. I mean, not saying you guys are probably fine. They're not. I'm going to mute them. They're not. I'm worried. I'm concerned. Mommy and Daddy are fighting. Oh no. But there you go. So call Tracy Bernard. There's a phone number right there. 484-347-6059. Or you can email her at tbneatfreak. That's Tracy Bernard Neatfreak. tbneatfreak @gmail.com. You can check her out on the World Wide Web. That thing's still around. At suchaneatfreak.com. That's a Simpsons line. Someone says internet. Homer says, that thing's still around? So there you go. Suchaneatfreak.com, and go to Such a Neat Freak on Facebook. She's got a lot of like before and afters. Ta-da, look at you. This could be your life. So check it out and tell them the Backroom Center. Or don't. I'm not here to tell you what to do. All right, here we go. Oh, also, hold on. We can't forget about also our good friends at BRN Podcasts. I wonder who they are. Hey, are you an individual, an organization, a company who's looking to reconnect with your followers, your clients, your customers after being separated for all the years from the pandemic? Well, fret no more, my friend. All right. Here's what you're going to do. Let's say, for example, you're a husband and wife dance team and you want to start some sort of regular podcast to get sponsored. Well, I'm top of my head. I'm just spitballing here. What a strange, random example. But let's just say, well, guess what? You get on the horn or you email me at gary@backroomnetwork.com, okay? Or phone number 610-698-5878. But Maria, please, tell people what I usually say about that.
Oh, gosh, please don't call him.
Don't call me. It's 2023, you son of a bitch. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. See these lights, these wonderful lights, they ain't free, all right? I got stuff to do. So just text me first, okay? Because let's be honest, it's 2020. You see a call, you go, I don't know the number. And I could ruin your life. So text me first, and then I'll get back to you. Or call first. Maybe. I'm kidding. I'll answer. I don't know. And I wonder why. I wonder why Amazon's not sponsoring. Hey, don't do what you want. I don't give a don't buy from us. So anyway, BRNpodcast.com, Gary@backroomnetwork.com, 610-698-5878. Okay, enough of that out of the way. Tracy Bernard, I still have my tap shoes. Well, there you go. Tappy tap tap.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of these talented people, as I mentioned before, I have some reels. If you don't know what a reel is in the biz, someone taped them doing something, and I'm going to play it. Let's not get all fancy schmitz, all right? All right? God damn, your shirt is so distracting. I can't help it. Oh, God, I can't get over that damn shirt. And by the way, but I don't even know you tried it, but you were sort of sitting like this, and you were like, sort of like mafia flashing your watch there. What's going on? Hey, everybody. Hey, hi, I'm Entertainment's Danny Gardner. You might remember me from Dames at Sea or my videos on the internet. I'm with a group called Parallel Exit, which, by the way, is another group Danny's involved with, Parallel Exit. You do videos with them. That's a whole other thing. Yeah. I digress. But anyway, you're the way you dress is distracting. Your mom's there. Your mom should have helped you. All right. We're going to start with Danny. Going to show a reel, and then You know, like all good show business, the end with the good stuff. So we'll do Emily at the end. And so here we go. Hold on to your socks, people, because they might be knocked off here. So, all right. So the great Danny Gardner. Here we go. Oh, it ruined my joke. Oh, it ruined my joke. Ah, damn it.
No, take two.
I'm having technical issues here.
No.
Oh, no.
It was so good. It was going to be so good.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Aw,
I gotta turn that off. Hold on. I'm having issues here.
Close
you're
your
a ghost
eyes.
now.
Why is
You're a
that on?
ghost.
Oh, we were so
Aw,
close to having a
son of
funny
a-
thing there.
Oh, try it anyway.
Hey, so here's Danny.
We'll cut this out.
Why does anybody watch this horse shit?
You're the one that insists we go live.
Why would anybody? No, I'm kidding. This is where the fun is. Watch old Carson clips. It was great when things would go. All right, so here you go. Oh, hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that in there. There you go.
Hey, you guys, you gotta let me in.
Jerk alert.
It's Chump. I just saw the most amazing thing in my
Wow.
entire
Okay, Danny, you remember Corey
life. First, you
Feldman?
gotta do the truffle
That's
shuffle.
insane. I never. Oh, there you are. Wow, look at that costume. So colorful.
Do it.
All right. So, well, I guess here comes the big dance number, right? Good. Oh, well, yeah, that's center stage. That makes sense. All right, here we go. There it is. Wow, look at that. Like a chubby Alvin Ailey right there. Look at you go. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. There's something wrong here. Okay, you know what? I apologize. That wasn't Danny. That was Chunk from the Goonies doing the truffle shuffle.
Oh, that's right. It's very similar. It's very. You know.
I took the time today to load that up and I fucked it up. God damn it. So I'm sorry. I don't know where my head's at. I hit the wrong button. I'd fire the producer, but. All right. So I apologize. That was Chunk. That was a truffle shuffle. This is really Danny in all his greatness. So please sit back and enjoy the great Danny Gardner.
Our conductor will take a peek through the curtain, just to tell us that we'll be getting in soon.
Though we're sorry the trip is over, we're certain
Our
two hearts are singing in tune. All night, rickety-rackety choo-choo, clickety-clackety-woo-woo, choo-choo honeymoon.
Niagara.
Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo, honeymoon.
That's Radio City, right? Look at that. Danny Carter's Reading, Pennsylvania. Going, give me that. Now I hate at the end you're going to see a kid hand you something, and he realized he screwed up his footing, so he had to change his watch. Watch. Oh, I have to move my foot. Watch very close. There it is. Seriously, I'm never gonna be as good at anything in my life. except maybe being loud. Then Danny Gardner. Maria, I'm not kidding. I for rarely in my life. Wow. Okay. Courtney. Great. Wow, Danny, you rock. I'm having issues with the chat tonight. There it is. Incredible. You rock.
Thanks.
The great Larry Fetcho checking in. Hi, Danny and Emily. There you go. Danny, you worked with, well, you did some Fetcho production stuff too, but did Larry ever direct you at Genesius?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Maria, please, your thoughts.
About 22 years ago, I was in a show where I had to be in the tap chorus. I had never tapped before.
Right.
And after 3 rehearsals, I was crying in the stairwell. So I'm impressed with anybody who can tap as phenomenally as that.
You must have had Emily's teacher.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Incredible. It was just I was sitting with my head in my hands, and I had the director telling me that it's going to be okay. And I looked at him, I said, if I don't get any better at this, you better fucking pull me from this number, because I'm not going to look like an ass.
Yeah.
So you better tell me if I don't get better, and I'm not going to go out there and make an idiot out of myself because I don't know what I'm doing. He's like,
and that man was her husband.
You know, he's not a big musical guy.
Right. Yes.
He's more the
right.
You know,
but what did you think about Daddy? You went off on a weird psycho tangent. Come on.
It's incredible.
Of course he is.
I'm impressed with a person who could do that with his legs.
That's very kind.
You know, you sound like everybody's aunt. The way you do that thing with your legs, honey.
Legs, and you make the tip.
How do you do that with your legs? Tracy, amazing. Yeah. Finnegan's Wake. That's it. Yes, that's what you did for Larry.
Finnegan's Wake.
So before I show Emily's reel, which that was just the appetizer. All due respect, Danny. Don't fill up on Danny. You know what I mean? Don't fill up on Danny.
Yeah.
The Danny's free, but don't fill up on it. Let me ask you a question before we continue. Approximately, Danny, in your career, how many sailor outfits and tuxes have you worn? Go.
A lot.
Yeah. Because that seems to be
sailor hats and bow ties I have at home.
Those are the things we need her to come organize.
Yes.
Sailor suits in the coat closet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's called striking a nerve. There it is.
That's a callback, is what that is.
Yeah, because Danny, you have a and I mean this in the best possible way. You have an old timey sensibility about the shows you do. You fit all those Cole Porter. You guys have probably combined sung more Cole Porter than Ella Fitzgerald ever did. You know what I mean? And because Danny would have made an amazing silent film actor because he doesn't waste an eyebrow. He doesn't waste a hand gesture. Danny is, and we talked about this last night a little bit. Danny's very reminiscent for me of the great Bill Irwin, who, if you don't know who he is, you've seen him. He, speaking of playing psycho killers, he had a story arc on one of the CSIs playing a serial killer, I believe.
That's right.
And Danny is, and it's funny because I'm hesitant to use this word because there's a bad connotation, but I saw the clip of you guys talking about the upcoming production of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and you used this very word. Danny is a clown. And I mean that, and not in the birthday clown guy come out drunk. I'm talking commedia dell'arte, like time, like all. Danny doesn't even need dialogue, that kind of thing. You can't keep your eyes off of him.
Thank you.
And you know what? And I hope that's as weird and awkward and uncomfortable as I want it to be. Okay. So
I really appreciate it.
Of course. See what he did there? See? By the way, like a drug dealer, the first taste is free, but now you gotta pay. You gotta pay. What's going on, Emily? What's going on?
I did that on our first date. I can't believe I just laughed at it right now.
Danny, you got someone to marry you.
Can you believe?
It was me.
pardon my, I don't want to get a little racy here, but she's what you call a catch.
Yes.
Oh,
She's a little
He's
dishy.
a very sexy clown.
You know what? I feel like I tapped into some sort of weird thing you guys do when the camera's off. I don't want that. It doesn't matter. He's like, yeah, why is there clown white on? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. So now we're going to play Emily's Reel and no gags here. It's straight up talent and being amazing. So here we go. Enjoy the dance stylings of Emily the Larger. Here we go.
It was a strange place and a tender age. I was just a babe in school. Saw them roads rise at me every time that I thought that I was cool. Well, God knows there was no choice, and one night just wasn't my prime. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, honey. It's just a matter of time. And I will work this body, I will burn this flame. Oh, in the dead of night and in the pouring rain. Yeah, I'm a workaholic, and I swear, yeah. One day I will beat you fair and square. Yeah. Show me what you got. Work this body on the floor. Who do you think you are? Come on, meet me on the court. Que ferais-tu? 2000, je ne sais pas.
That.
And I will work this body, I will burn this flame. I am dead, I'm not in the pouring rain. Yeah, I'm a worker.
There it is. Here's the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day I will be true fair and square. And I will work this body, I will burn this flame. I am dead, I'm not in the
Look at that. Look at that. Jesus Christ, you guys are beautiful. I know.
Fantastic.
I mean, that.
So good.
I don't.
I had no idea.
Anybody who's a regular viewer knows that I'm a motor mouth, and I have this weird thing about I can't have silence and thing. Hold on.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's what that needs.
Thank you.
That
I
just-
worked really hard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got news for you. Toots, you nailed it. All right. I apologize for the Toots thing. It's the old timey show business. You're going to be a big star, kid.
I got it.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Jesus. Maria, your thoughts. Go.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
Anybody who could kick their leg up near their ear, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Courtney, Emily.
Great job.
Beautiful. Absolutely. Tracy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Exactly. It's amazing. Emily, you're amazing. Danny, you're
Pretty amazing.
Danny, you're passable. All right. I like to do. We're fairly wrapping up soon. Maria, do we have an Am I the Asshole today?
We do, but we can move on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll save it for next time.
It's a fun little
I feel
segment
like-
we do. It's based on a Reddit where basically people say, "Hey, this thing happened and some feelings might have got hurt," and we decide as the public writ large whether or not it's But all right, there you go. You know what? Tell you what, I'm gonna lock you guys in right now. You have to come back. Will you come back?
Yeah.
Boom.
Please.
Okay. Good. Now I want to share one more thing, which has absolutely nothing to do with you guys, showbiz, tap dancing, tappy tap tap. Oh, Courtney, I want to come see you live. Well, guess what? We'll give all the plugs where you can check them out. Great show. Glad I tuned in. Yeah. Courtney's got her kids, so she might have to go. But yeah, Courtney's the best. Courtney's a loyal backroom show viewer. All right. So Maria, funny you mentioned the kicking and up high, because that ties in perfectly with what we're going to talk about. Now, this has been around the internet for a while, but it came across me again. Came across me? Who watches this? Why do I think I can talk?
Excuse me.
Bless you. Please. You know, that sneeze was more interesting than the fucking shit that came out of my mouth hole. Take two. All right. So this is not new to the internet, but it's something Well, it deals with a problem that haunts me. So let's go to it. Here we go. That's right. It's Chuck Norris.
Action jeans.
It's action jeans. Okay, here, check this out. I don't know how well you can see it. Ready? Won't bind your legs.
That's amazing.
Chuck Norris action jeans. Okay?
Only 1995?
I think older than that. Now, you guys, like we said before, Courtney, good night. Yep, thank you. You're the best.
Bye.
You guys kick for a living, okay?
Sure.
And if you're anything like me, and I think you're probably not, but, you know, there's anything worse when you're trying to do a kick. Maybe you're walking down the street. Maybe you're in a strange town, and there's a corrupt sheriff and his henchmen, and you got to fight your way out. But you know what? What's the last thing you want, Danny?
You don't want, your legs to be bound.
I know. I had to think of the past tense or future. Looks like someone didn't study participles when they were in school. Yes. You don't want your jeans binding. Well, guess what, my friend, my long friend? Problem solved thanks to the great Chuck Norris here. Now, it's hard to read here, this text, but I'll read it for you. It says, developed by Chuck Norris for stunt fighting in action movies. In case, by the way, you accidentally mix up his action movie career with his long string of rom-coms that he made with Meg Ryan. We wouldn't want to be confused. Not the Chuck Norris rom-coms, the Chuck Norris. Okay, thank you for clearing that the fuck up. No, so, and by the way, the idea of Chuck Norris sitting at a sewing machine, all right? Because it says designed by Chuck Norris, all right? This man has mastered the martial arts, but I'm seeing him with a thimble, with a needle, and I see some sort of montage where he's trying to create it. No, these aren't going to work, and he's trying again, and he can't. Oh, those tore.
And they rip, and then he has to do it again.
And he has his friend there, and his friend looks over and does one of these.
Yeah. Come on, Chuck. You can do better than that.
Come on, Chuck. Aren't you tired of binding? And then finally, Eureka, Chuck hits upon that design, right? That probably happened, right? So, these great-looking Western-style jeans, where'd my mouse go? There you go. These Western-style jeans have a hidden gusset, which allows greater movement without binding or ripping. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I had to look it up. Does anybody here know what a gusset is? Danny, go.
I've had to have a few put in because I've ripped my jeans, or not my jeans, but my pants before in shows. It's basically, the way I understand it, an extra piece of fabric, and usually the fabric is stretchy, so you can actually like kick or do splits or do some action moves.
That is 100% correct. It is a little strip of fabric that, pardon me, Mr. Norris, I don't want to get personal here, but it tends to be like a diamond. It goes in here.
Is that a picture? Wait, is that a picture like in that diamond-y kind of thing? That I can't read it, where it says century. I feel like that's what the gusset looks like.
Well, kind of the triangle there. You know, that could very well be.
I don't know.
But yes, it is an extra piece of fabric that goes in here. Again, let's say you got to fight your way out of a crooked town. Well, guess what? Worry no more, my friends. And look at that. Price reduction, $19.95. Not too shabby.
Wow.
I wonder what they started at. But, exactly. Satisfaction guaranteed. Now, this phone number, you can't see it, but I Googled it for the heck of it. Because I'm like, and this business, selling them, Centrally Martial Arts Supply Company, still in business. They are still in business. I don't know if they're still selling the Chuck Norris action. By the way, action jeans. Have you ever heard anything a better description of clothing in your life?
I love it.
Action jeans. Now, if you look again, Chuck here, he's wearing, he's really, and there's no secret, Chuck Norris, very bad toupee kind of thing. But, so some might call this a business shirt, but I call that a taking care of business shirt, because you fucking know Chuck's taking care of business.
Yeah.
Totally taking care of business. Now, and look at his boots. Look at his kick-ass boots. Now, I couldn't pull these off. Maria, you could pull these boots off. I mean, look at the heel on these things. How much would you not want to be kicked by that heel?
Chuck Norris is could I be wrong? I have no idea. I don't think he's a super tall guy.
No, but he's got to, how much do you not want to get kicked with that? Now, I'm not going to lie to you. It might make for a cool story that you tell your friends, especially guys. And like, sure, maybe for the rest of your life, you can't tell colors apart and things taste weird. But Hey, Gary, tell them about the time Chuck Norris. I don't want to tell them. They're busy. Come on, tell them. All right, Chuck Norris kicked me in the fucking face with his boot. You know.
I knew I was in trouble when he had the action jeans on.
When he had the action jeans there.
There was a gusset involved.
Holy shit. As the boot was coming towards my face, my very last thought was, is that a gusset? That's a gusset, right? That is totally a gusset. That's weird. But I guarantee you tell that story at the bar, you're not paying for drinks ever again in your life. Yeah. So there you go.
We're going to have to call this company, when we become assassins.
That's right.
We need to get action jeans.
Oh my God, that's right.
Or something where we need to dance in jeans,
Hi, we're husband and wife assassins, Dan and Emily. I can't tell you the number of times I've been on a job trying to kill some political dissident, and I don't have the room and stretch that I need. Well, thanks to the good folks at Century Martial Arts Supply. So there you go. So
they sell a lot of interesting things. I couldn't find the jeans on the website. Sorry.
Of course. Did you really think they were possibly still around? Training
gear, puzzle mat bundles.
Right.
I don't even know it. Grappling dummies. Youth obstacle courses, sparring gear.
Right. Marie, you don't have to list everything they have in the store. Holy cow. They gotta go at some point, you know what I mean?
You could get sword.
Hold on, all I'm seeing is a crossfade. I'm seeing and no throwing stars and Catan. And
yeah, they got it all.
They have autographed Steven Seagal beer koozies.
Shrimp grits, shrimp boil.
Fried shrimp, shrimp. All kinds of shrimp. Tracy, action jeans might be the first merchandised workout clothing. That sounds about right. I had sneakers before. Maybe. Oh, clothing, you'd say, yeah. Danny, your thoughts? Are shoes clothing?
Shoes?
Yeah. Is that clothing?
I think they're clothing, yeah.
I don't know. Look how fucking red my face is from being such an idiot. Jesus. I have idiot. So there you go. So thank you guys for indulging me and the Chuck. So again, if you're looking to improve your kick ability, Danny, do you think you could high kick Chuck Norris? Or Emily, your thoughts go.
Oh, I absolutely could out high.
Whoa!
I was going to say,
Emily. Talking about height.
Did you not see the real? Her leg was
not
up near
power,
her ear.
but height. Yes.
Yeah. Well, how about proportion?
Right now, how old is Chuck Norris?
Oh, he's mid-70s.
80s.
Yes, I think I could out
I thought even 80s. Hold on, I'm on it.
Hold on. Say that again, Emily.
Yes, I could out high kick.
Now, physically, have you measured, or do you think proportional to each of your height?
I wonder if we're about the same height. I'm just not sure.
Huh.
Chuck Norris is 82 years old.
He's
my father-in-law.
Father-in-law. Look at Don on the quick.
Yeah.
Damn. Don's an artist, by the way. At some point, maybe we'll plug some of his artwork, too. Yeah. Amazing, by the way. Don's amazing. His parents are the nicest people you've ever met. And I'm going to share this. Danny has an older brother and younger sister, correct?
Yep.
You have never in your life, Maria, seen a family that looks more exactly alike. Although, Emily, you say differently. You say...
I disagree. But that's my sisters and I are all 17 months apart. We looked like triplets for a
wow,
while.
you're almost Irish twins there. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, those Gardners, man. Whew.
Yeah.
The force is strong with them. Yes.
I did a show. My sister worked at the People's Light and Theater Company.
Light, yeah.
She was the box office manager, and then she's moved on from that. But I did a show there, and in it, I had to wear a long wig because it was it was Bach at Leipzig.
Right.
And so I wore a long wig. And so many people were like, oh my God, Elizabeth, what? What's wrong? What? They would freak out. They'd
really does.
Hair and just, yeah.
But they're all adorable. So, hold on, though. Don't do that show in Tennessee, I think, because they'll try to.
Yeah.
You guys come back. We can get in some scumbags. I think I think we're going to come into the home stretch here. Danny, by the way, this Friday, teaching classes locally. Please plug away.
That's right. Yeah. At Dance Fusion, it's actually the daughter.
There you go.
There it is. The daughter of the studio owner that I went to, John Colina. Mm-hmm. His daughter.
Hold on. Say that name again.
John Kalina.
Please, did you ever call him Funky John Kalina?
No.
Well, they should have. Continue, go.
Yeah. So Megan owns Dance Fusion, and I'm going to be teaching 3 classes there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do some tapping, so bring your tap shoes.
And people can still, I believe, this post is only from not that long, a few hours ago. Yes. They can still, there's a 5 o'clock, is it just a one day?
Yeah, it's just a one day.
Okay, 5 o'clock intermediate tap, 6 o'clock beginner, 7 o'clock adult tap. You can also do some privates, $35 for the class. Emily, will you be involved in this at all?
I won't be teaching. I haven't decided yet if I will be attending.
Well, you should be teaching.
No, I'm not going to be teaching. We're going to teach at my local studio at Gary Geist School of Dance in Ohio.
Go!
On the 15th and 16th when we're on a family tour right now. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So obviously, Dan, you guys are you're in Pennsylvania at least through, what, Saturday, whatever?
Yeah, we're leaving on Saturday afternoon.
I'm going to follow you to the car or whatever mode of transportation you take, because wouldn't that be cute and adorable? That's so creepy. That's not cute. You psycho. I'm kidding. So one more time, yes, people go to, because they can still sign up, correct, Danny, for the classes?
Yeah, they can sign up probably until the day of. Go to
Facebook, go to Dance Fusion Studios, check it out. There's no actual contact information there, but you'll find it. And sign up for the class. Tracy, you can dust off the old tap shoes. Yeah. Although Tracy, like myself, is sliding into 52, so you might want to take it easy. You know what I mean? And honestly, fun fact about Danny, 79 years old. Look at him. He's amazing. 79 years old. Look at that. Yeah. Look at a face. Look at a face. And also, so fusion classes. Let's also, I made a graphic. I make graphics. That's what I do. Where'd they go? Oh yeah, these are all your plugs. There you go. Danny and Emily, they have their websites. Danny-Gardner.com. Hold on. Did some son of a bitch come along and take DannyGardner.com and you had to put the dash in?
There's another actor who's Danny Gardner.
Yeah, but you know what? If you happen to be watching, other Danny Gardner, 2 words for you, my friend: suck and it. That's all. Okay, you son of a bitch.
He's a writer too.
Oh, he's a writer. Yeah. Well, you know what? Why don't you write yourself a suicide note and fucking beat it, asshole? Is that too far? Did I go too far? Was that too much? Did I go too far? Denise says I need to work on boundaries. All right, I may have crossed one there. I apologize. I try to be so good till the end of the show. All right. So, Danny-Gardner.com, EmilyLarger.com. Looks like someone just got the name itself. No other Emily Larger there. Check out, trust me. Oh, heck yeah, Tracy. Exactly, with the tap shoes. Yeah, do it. It'll be fun. Trust me. There's a lot of crap out there in the inner tubes. But guess what? You go to these YouTube pages, crap no more, my friends. Crap no more. You put in @Emily Larger, and if you feel like it, if you want to be a little, not so entertained, Danny J. Gardner, by the way. But you really rock the Danny J. Gardner a lot of assignments, don't you, with the J?
Yeah.
To distinguish yourself from that asshole actor/writer. He's a writer. Yeah, you know what he writes? Hey, Mom, I had to borrow $5 from the change jar. I'll put it back. That's what he's writing, jerk. I don't know why I'm so hostile for men I never met. And let me tell you something here. All right, right now, where is this? The TikTok. Their TikTok, all right? @Emily and Danny live or live together. Which one, guys? Live?
Live together.
Because they have a co-domicile. What? Just for sometimes my hands forget to be hands alone is worth it.
That's so many ways.
So you know why? You know why? It is one of the most unnecessary things I've ever seen in my life, which is why it's fucking brilliant. It's brilliant. And everything else there is funny too. They're amazing. And Emily, when you do the little sigh on the side of forget about it. And they're very well done. They're very well edited. I mean, seriously. You guys nailed it. So check that out. And go check out Trish's GoFundMe. One more thing I wanted to say, a quick point of personal privilege, hearkening back to Danny talking about, I met Danny when he was, 17 years old?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
17 years old. He did Laughter on the 23rd Floor, Reading Community Players. Basically, it's about the early days of the Sid Caesar show, not Sid Seizure. It's an hour and a half of a guy having a seizure, and they have to hold his tongue. What? That's a whole different show. Sid Caesar. What, a serving salad? I'll tell you. I'm sorry. It's getting late. My blood sugar's crazy. All right. So it's about the early days of the writing room of the Sid Caesar show. Now, Danny is essentially playing Neil Simon himself. He was the young, upstart kind of guy. And the director, and I'm playing the maniac, the guy, Max Prince, who's Sid Caesar himself, raging all the time against the network and all that kind of stuff. Now, the director, since Danny's character has a lot of fourth wall narration, and then a month went by and then that kind of stuff. So what the director did was he pre-taped everything, and at the front of the proscenium, he put a screen that he projected on, and then he put it looked like a TV around it. Remember that? Is that how it went, Danny?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So anytime Danny had this fourth wall narration, they would just play video. Well, one night, guess what didn't work? All right. And this is, he hasn't done these lines probably since he recorded it. Let me tell you something. 17 years old, all right? Word gets to him that there's an issue with this. What does he come and do? He comes out and he nails every freaking word of lines he's not said in weeks because he filmed it a while ago. At 17 years old, he had the place of mind to save the moment, because it's one of those things, it gives information, so he had to. And here we are later. Yeah, what year was that, Danny? I don't know, 99? 98? I don't know. And I still think about that. The stage awareness, the professionalism already at that age to say, because that's live theater, baby. No takes there. That's your business. So you have been an amazing, impressive, uber talented young man for as long as I've known you. And we are so, in this house, but Denise, we are. And I speak for everyone who's ever worked in Reading Community Theater and in the area and all that. We are so fucking proud of you.
Thank you.
You are amazing. And Emily, you are amazing. You guys right here. This is a good lesson for your kids out there, people. This is what busting your ass does. This is what dedication, time, and effort gets you. It gets you your dreams. There you go. Now I'm going to get a little emotional. There you go. You know what? Screw you guys. You suck. So I'm proud of you. You guys are amazing. Everyone, again, check out those different, I'll throw it one more time. Check out all those things to know more about them, where they're going to be, things they're going to do, that kind of thing like that. I'm running out of words. I have a word limit. I'm like Twitter. I have a word limit, and I've run way past it. So I think that's it. So I wanted to say that. So Danny, thank you so much again. Emily, thank you guys so much again. You were amazing.
It was a blast.
And you have to come back now. Emily, have fun in Ohio.
Thank you.
Sorry, I dozed off saying Ohio. I apologize. I'm kidding. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Maria, anybody, any last thoughts, questions, concerns, words of wisdom you want to get out there? Danny, listen to your mother.
Yes.
Always listen to your mother.
Absolutely.
Listen to your mother. I think that's it. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Please. Pleasure's mine. And also, again, we still continue to put this out as an audio podcast. So check that out too. Anywhere you get podcasts. Unless it's from the creepy guy from down the street, and those aren't podcasts. So don't listen to that guy. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. Where, Maria?
At the back room.
Boom. See ya.